plank is a very simple movement, it's a very effective movement for lighting up the midline and getting the core strong, but there's still a few things we need to look out for. So Chris is going to demonstrate the plank for me on the elbows. Now when Chris is in this position, he needs to make sure, a lot of people will sit with their hip too low. This puts pressure on the lower back, okay? We need to squeeze those abs, squeeze the glutes, and we've got this nice hollow position. This is a natural position for us to be in for our plank. If Chris wants to make things slightly harder for him, if Chris is finding this too hard, the normal thing we see is people raise their hips to take pressure out of that midline. But this again is in a good position to be in. It's not a position where we're going to get the most benefit from this movement. So Chris needs to bring his arse down, good. He needs to keep his glutes engaged, keep that midline tight, and keep that nice hollow position. Okay, just come to your knees and relax. Okay, now if we want to make things slightly more difficult for Chris, there's a few variants of this plank we can do. One would be coming up onto his hands, so we've got that position again for you, Chris. Okay, and again, Chris is in that position again, but he still followed the same principle of keeping his hip engaged. The glutes are engaged, the abs are nice and tight. We don't want to find him in this position here. Squeeze those glutes, pull something tight, and keep that nice and engaged. Okay. Now, if we want to make things really difficult for Chris, we'd ask him to pull one foot off the floor. Now, if he was firing up a little bit more, he can pull the other foot off the floor as well and swap that. If he wants to get really sexy, he can pull one foot, one hand. Wait, there you go, and come down, and relax there. So there's not too much to go on the plank, just make sure we do keep everything in a line, make sure we don't let the arse drop, so let's just go back down to on our elbows. So the positions we want to try and avoid, guys, would be this position here, or this position here. Okay, let's try and keep everything nice and engaged. The back is flat, the glutes are engaged, the midline is nice and tight, the feet are together and the knees are locked, and the weight is stacking straight over his elbows, okay? In fact, we will cover this as well. We don't want the elbows to be here. This now puts a lot of pressure to our shoulder. We need to make sure that the elbow is back and the shoulder is stacked straight over the elbow. We've got that nice 90-degree bend. And that is the plank.